He was born in a trailer, little trailer camp. Lord, just like that trailer he been rolling ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know trailer gonna roll. Oh, yes it is. Hello, YouTube. How you doing, Uncle Tim, nephew? Mm-hmm. Uh, her clothes are old, but never are they dirty. Living just enough for the trailer. Yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Did y'all see Jay Wilson over there, child? I said, Timothy, let me go and check the perimeter. Because I know whenever I find myself on Jay Wilson page, whenever I can't find content anywhere on YouTube, anything that I find provocative or interesting, right? Anything not to do with Donald Trump, I look over there to the Jay Wilson page. I know I'm going to find something stupid and ridiculous. So now Jay Wilson is over there bragging about $3 jewelry he gets from Temu. He's so happy. He's so happy. And the thing is, it's women's costume jewelry. There's always been women's costume jewelry available on there, Jay Wilson. Why are you shopping for women's costume jewelry? Is the woman in you finally coming out? Is she finally getting free? Right? You buying this stuff, this $3 jewelry that looks like something William McRae would wear. Sparkly, big, huge diamonds on it and emeralds and all this shit on it. Girl, why do you need this womanly stuff, Jay Wilson? Right? But he's over there. I don't know if he's advertising for Temu. He's telling you how all about Temu. Temu's been in the news recently, right? But he don't went over and bought all this cheap, tacky ass plastic jewelry. Jay Wilson, that's fine for a woman. For a woman, women buy costume jewelry. When you go to a department store of any repute, you'll see that they got cases and cases and cases and cases of costume jewelry for women. It is highly unusual for a man to be out here wearing huge fake brooches and things. What are you doing? I don't understand what you're doing. I know you're desperate for content. You want to keep over there telling how your page has changed and all that. And this is what you're going to replace your cattiness and your nastiness with. I don't know. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Happy Mother's Day, mothers. Happy Mother's Day. I'm glad I was at the last minute able to go and get my mama some roses. Get my mama some roses. You know, she lives in a place where senior kind of place, and they couldn't get it in there in one day. But she got it today. So anyway, we love our mamas. I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. You only get one. You only get one. Yeah. Early one Sunday morning. Breakfast was on the table. Hi, Z. Heartstrings. Miss Ashley. Y'all got cheering? Cynthia, Renee, Michelle, Ashley Watkins. Frazier and Game On. Jesse's here. I clicked so fast that Jay Wilson's over there, honey. He's putting out each piece of cheap ass $3 jewelry on his blouse like it's something to brag about. What is there to brag about, Jay Wilson? Men don't wear cheap costume jewelry, particularly not a diamond encrusted pendants and so forth. Is that something you're going to put in one of your womanly hats? What are you doing, Jay Wilson? Then you came on there and you had these ridiculous, stupid looking hats again, girl. Right? Like you're styling or you're doing a fashion show or something. I don't understand what you're doing. Are you coming out as a transgender or a drag queen? Right? We always wondered about you, Jay Wilson, why when you wanted to clown I don't remember what event it was, but you had women's wigs in your house. So one would have to ask, why does this man have women's wigs in his closet, honey? And now you're buying all this womanly jewelry. Men don't wear that kind of shit, Jay Wilson. Who do you think you are? Hercule Poirot? Y'all don't remember Hercule Poirot? I can never pronounce his name. Starts with a P-O. Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie's character, he had a bejeweled pin he used to wear on his lapel. But this was in the 1930s, Jay Wilson. We're no longer living in the 1930s. You're actually going to walk around the streets with this fake stuff on, girl, right? If you want to buy some jewelry, buy yourself a nice watch or something, Jay Wilson. Something more masculine. What y'all think? Y'all see that? Y'all see that it's all women's jewelry, right? You know, he purchased that. He had to go to the women's department to buy that. That's not something posted amongst the men's jewelry. Men generally wear watches or these tacky gold chains they wear now, right? Chain, watch, perhaps some of them bracelet. Very rarely do you see a man walking down the street with a great big old lapel brooches like a woman. So he denies his femininity. He considers himself a butch queen, right? Well, one has to wonder. Here we are with this top and bottom thing again, Jay Wilson. Tops don't wear shit like that, Jay Wilson. Yes, you have a baby 16 years old. Oh, happy Mother's Day, Ashley. I was waiting for this drag be put. Child, you can always depend on that fool to say something stupid. So let's go see what he's talking about. Let's go see what he's talking about. This guy, what is there to post, Jay Wilson, about $3 costume jewelry? I mean, I don't understand it, honey. And you think you're really letting them have it. You're telling them all about what outfits. Then you're showing us the shirts. You say the shirt came from somewhere. No, the shirt didn't come from somewhere else, nigga. Every time you buy something, you immediately come online to show it off, right? So that more than likely, the shirt that you have on is also from Temu. It still has the wrinkles in it. No, we're not hating on Temu in particular, but to come on here bragging about costume jewelry, I just don't get it, honey. And then you even tell us it costs $3. Why we need to know that? So you turn it into William McRae. Then you bring out your ridiculous hats. Jay Wilson, you've never had a lot of class, a lot of style. I've noticed that from the very beginning, honey. A lot of the stuff you buy is because it's on sale, right? Like, remember the one you came on with a big flowery shirt, flowery sweatshirt thing? It was so tacky. And you would have to wonder, how can this person survive life, go through college, and have all these different jobs going and being in front of people and not acquire any kind of taste at all? You don't have none, girl. Now, you know that damn shirt came out of Temu, and probably most of the clothing that you've been exposing us to has come out of Temu, because Temu is now in the news. You feel like, oh, it's okay to talk about Temu now. But that's where you've been shopping at, girl. That's shit. You very rarely wear anything worth more than $6. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. I'm not saying I'm not a person who dresses up and get all fancy and things like that, right? But I'm also not out here buying these $1 shirts out of the sale bin and all this. Now you got big old brooches on your clothing. I don't understand it. Are you going to wear that down to the church? Won't people laugh at you? They're all going to laugh at you. They'll do it behind your back. The people in church are usually pretty nice people. But it looks ridiculous, Jay Wilson. He looks like his breath smell. But that's the word. He said they say the breath is pretty bad, honey. Considering somebody who's always in somebody else's mouth. And he has a filter on that camera. He tried to put a filter on the camera, trying to make it blurry around him. For what? You think it's gonna make you look better, Jay Wilson? Let's see what she look like, girl. We ain't talked about you in a few days. What's his name? Doctor, Pastor. Why can't you just be Jay Wilson if you want to use a pseudonym, girl? Mm-hmm. They angry. That's the last one he got. Let me see. He got, wait a minute. Timu. Interesting. Okay. Let's go and see what that is. Come on. So is he struggling for content? I don't see there's been any change in the content he's presenting. He's still tacky and messy and trying to compete with all these young people. He's still in all their business. He's still making comments at the exact same way he was. I don't know what the difference is. Unless he considers this to be his content. Stream ended 12 seconds ago. Okay, so it's not, so it won't play. Oh, it won't play. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about this damn phone. Do I just throw it away, or what I could do is go get my other. What's nothing wrong with the other phone? Get my other phone and have them switch back the service back to the old one. So a lot of people was talking. Anyway, so it goes to the page. And I can't open it. It's called Timu. Interesting. I just don't find that to be very interesting. And I don't know how Mark is going to be walking up and down the street with you. You can't figure out if you're male or female, you're masculine or feminine. But to even shop for such things like that, I think he had a scorpion, gold, and diamond encrusted for $3. Then he had another one, which was just a big thing with all kinds of emeralds and pearls all in it. Right? He said, "Oh, this is my favorite. This look good. This look good." He reminds me so much of Minnie Pearl, honey. Y'all remember Minnie Pearl? Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over, thought I found true love. You met another, and you was gone. Minnie Pearl, she was a character on Hee Haw. Hee Haw. Blue despair and agony on me. Whoa. Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Blue despair and agony on me. Minnie Pearl, she used to come on stage and she always had the price tags. Minnie Pearl was from a low echelon, even among the farmers, right? But she always kept the price tags on her hats, on her gloves, on her dresses. That was her gimmick, to have the price tags on everything. So Jay Wilson, I'm saying, Jay Wilson, you got to let that trailer life go, man. You can't be out here presenting yourself as a professor. You are a professor. You are sophisticated. And yet you want to hang on to these low down ways of yours, honey. Buying all this cheap shit, going to these swap meets, girl. You're buying all this junk, right? And you think you're really styling, Jay Wilson. If you're gonna be driving the stinking Lincoln and the Volvo, honey, you can't be out there wearing $2 clothing. And I suspect that you didn't go to Temu and just buy those 3 brooches. That's bullshit. You wouldn't got the whole load, honey. And particularly when they tell you that they're about to take away the access to Temu if they don't settle these problems with China. Correct? So you're trying to run in there and get all you can get. correct? You even broke it down to what's being stored here. So you're going to get the things that are stored here in storage and try to get, 5 items. I mean, I've gotten stuff from Temu. They got some interesting stuff on there, girl. I don't think it's anything to brag about them. I really don't. And if I was an undercover drag queen girl, I don't know that I would be exposing that part of my life. That's something that you would do in your, I don't know if you have a kink in your bedroom. I don't know if you have little garments to walk around, just something simple, walk around the house in. You might be one of them kind of queens, honey. Come to the door. She got on her kimono, honey. Kimono and stockings. I don't know what kind of person you are, Jay Wilson, but I thought you were trying to present as a male. I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. You just waiting for his drag D put? Is that it? Easy? He might as well come on out. He keeps on exposing little bits and pieces of this alter ego of his, right? Why would a man need to be having diamond brooches on his lapel? Those are only flaming queens that I've ever seen of this kind of attire on, honey. Liberace types, William McRae types, and all this kind of stuff, child. Right? He got him 3 pieces. That means that you probably have a whole jewelry box full of it, Jay Wilson, because you wouldn't all of a sudden now have a desire for women's costume jewelry. This is probably something that you've always done, right? Just like when you brought the wig out and you brought out various what else did he bring out? I mean, some of the ugliest goddamn clothing. He goes to Martin Mervyn's and just whatever's on the sale rack, that's what he buys. He's acquired no taste whatsoever, but he loves to talk about other people's style, their lack thereof, their poverty, all this kind of stuff. This is you holding on to your poverty, Jay Wilson, right? If you are the nutty professor and you are a chaplain and you are a what is it? You're a professor, you are a pastor, and you are, what else are you, child? You're all these things. You shouldn't be walking around in this $3 attire. You shouldn't be wearing Temu stuff that shouldn't satisfy you, right? Go to Macy's and shop for your clothing and so forth, right? So now you've let us know that this shit you're wearing is from Temu, right? That's why you haven't taken us on any more of these shopping excursions. You've been getting it online. I don't believe that you go there and buy 3 small brooches. No, you buy everything from there, right? Anyway, waiting for his dress. He ought to come on out. Do you notice how that woman, Palmrita Reed, when every time she makes one of those AI generated animation, or those, I don't know what you call them, animation, every time she always puts Jay Wilson in drag, right? I think she made one video with him as a male, but primarily she always has to put him in drag because that's what she's seeing. When she's seeing a character, baby. Hey, I'm talking about your boy. Quiet. What was I talking about? Miss Palmrita Red from the Lipstick Alley. She always presents Jay Wilson in drag. And you know what? It is so believable. When she puts that boy up in church hats and she puts him in all these different kind of wigs, gray wigs and all this kind of shit, it is so believable because that is the character of you, Jay Wilson, right? This is how we see you. Correct? Now that is really reading you when you can look at a person and tell us, what do you see when you see him? And she sees you as a old drag queen every single time. All these different outfits. I mean, I thought that maybe that she just done the one with you on the bus, but no, she's made several videos I've recently discovered with you, and you're always dressed as a woman. Now, I'm just going to show you the difference, Jay Wilson, because I know you don't understand. You go, oh, he just don't like me and all that little bullshit, right? The times that she has made a AI of me, now I know she could take it as a challenge and go and do something crazy she wants to, but she's never once presented me as a female. There are men who, when you see them, you don't get that vibe. You don't automatically jump that person into a dress and lipstick. There's something in you, Jay Wilson. There's something in you. That's why you're so drawn to this, the petty mess that you're drawn to, right? Do you notice that you're usually the only man over there? I mean, it's usually you and the girls, correct? The people who come on your channel, aren't they women? Jay Wilson, you don't get along with the men long enough, right? The couple people. I'm not talking about other people. I'm just talking about you, Jay Wilson. Go through all of that woman's videos on Palm Radar Read. Go through every time she shows you, you're in drag. So come on out. Come on out, baby. I'm coming. Just make it. I would love it. Out of your abilities. There's so much more to me. This time I'm gonna make it. Just understand, I got it well in hand. And oh, how I had plans. The time is right for me to break out of my shell. It feels so goddamn good every time I yell. I'm. How y'all doing? Jay Wilson, I got it. It just came to me. How'd you do, I? See, you've met my faithful handyman. He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, he thought you were the candy man. Don't get brought out by the way I walk. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite. Sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Ha ha. Why don't you stay for the night? Night. Or maybe a bite. Bite. I can be taking. Or if you want something visual that's not too visual, we can take it in old Steve Reeves movie. I'm glad we caught you at home. Could we use your phone? We're both in a bit of a hurry. I forgot the rest. Right. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Jay Wilson. Come out here and show us your Rocky Horror, honey. Ashley says, "Hi, Squeenie. How you doing, Squeenie? Don't let it make you shut up, you ding dong." Gamage came over last night and he showed me this cutest little thing. You know, I've been buying Squeenie's chicken. I've been buying this. You got to buy 6 cans. It comes, or you can buy one, I guess, but it's $24. And he goes through it a week. So it's $24 a week that I've been paying for this chicken, right? It's canned chicken. The kind of chicken you would find in, let's say, chicken salad sandwich. Well, he brought this thing over where you buy this big packs of chicken that's compressed, like from Trader Joe's. And he bought me this machine. And you put the chunks of chicken in there, and then you spin this thing around, and it shreds the chicken. Key thing is it shreds the chicken for the dog, but it costs like a fourth of the price. It's not $24, it's $6. So we learned something new, and he gifted us with that thing. That's when he likes the chicken. He said, "It's good fresh chicken, Daddy." Hi, St. James. The things people drag about online is disturbing. St. James said the things people brag about online is disturbing. $3, girl. I mean, boy, $3. He called it. This was only $3. Look how the tail crack. And then he went all into this thing like it was something to be described. It's just junk, Jay Wilson. If you go into most women's house, they have like a drawer or something, and they just throw all that stuff in. Now they have real jewelry as well. They have their wedding rings, wedding bands, and things like that. They have their gold necklaces and their gold bracelet. They have things that are real jewelry, but it's not unusual for women to have all this costume jewelry. It looks ridiculous on a man. I'll just say that, right? The people want to go, that ain't real. That ain't real, because they're not used to a man carrying on like that, Jay Wilson, right? He brags about anything, John. Jay Wilson will brag about any goddamn. He is so proud of them stupid looking hats, girl. I know all the black people laugh when he passes them, right? Because you're not paying nothing for nothing, Jay Wilson. You're getting just what you pay for. You're getting a bunch of junk, right? You buy junk. Your clothing is junk. It's trash. Correct? What's the latest on Jay Wilson's situation with his hot showers? Now, y'all didn't really give him no money for that, did you? Y'all couldn't be that gullible. I don't believe anybody gave him any money for that. I think that he already had that shit when he came and showed pictures of it, and then somebody was doing something on Amazon wish list, so he had to go. Oh, called Vince. That guy Vince. What's his name? Vince. He had an Amazon wish list, so now all of a sudden, Jay Wilson comes up with Amazon wish list, but he's got the album and he putting $500 items on there. Two of them, they were a total of I think $1,100 or $1,200. Very unusual for the beef sector, correct? But then he said they were being installed the next day. Well, if they're being installed the next day, that means you already have them or they're already on their way, Jay Wilson. Nobody is stupid over here, honey. Right? The constant. Oh, you are familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Mm-hmm. He's just a sweet transvestite. He needs to come on out, honey, and let us see you. Take the power away from it, Jay Wilson. Or as Funky Dineva would say, never let nobody spray you with your own shit. Correct? Are they going to have to catch you walking around in them house slippers, honey? Some of these closet queens, they have what you call a trunk in the gay community. These are people who, in any event happens in the community, they always got an outfit to put on, right? They have a trunk. And some of them are what they call cross dressers. So they have a trunk, but it is not for the public. They meet in these little hotel rooms and things, and the 2 or 3 of them get together and they want to dress up as women. Sometimes these are married men. They just get off on dressing like women, including makeup and hair and all that. And they're called dressy Bessies. Jay Wilson, are you a dressy Bessie? Why do you need women's brooches? Are you going to wear that out in public, Jay Wilson? I'm just asking, because you can also, not only can you go and buy your little trinkets on there for $3 and $2, right? You could also buy women's lingerie. You could buy your pantyhose and things on there. Nobody would know about it. It would be totally secret. You can buy your sex toys on there for $2 and all that kind of thing. I don't know about the quality, particularly considering the kind of work you would be putting in on these things, but they are available. That's an avenue if you are a dressy Bessie or what they call a cross dresser, Jay Wilson. It's a very real thing. Correct? So if we don't see you wearing these things in your man drag, then we can expect they're being worn somewhere else. I'm still wondering why you would even be drawn to going to the women's jewelry site, even. What else did you buy? You can buy pantyhose. I'm just saying, micro mini skirts. Some people like that, honey. I'm just telling you the truth. And I think Jay Wilson is a person who has a lot of secrets, right? That's why he's always talking about his business, his business. All right, verbal assassin. Let me rewind. How you doing, girl? You know, I had to go over there and check my Jay Wilson drawer, honey, and see what stupid thing he's done now. So now he's over there wearing women's jewelry that he got from Temu for $3 and $2, and he thinks that's something to brag about. A grown ass man. Girl. I couldn't even I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, William McGray wears all that junk, all that shit. He can't hardly lift his wrist. He got so much stuff on, child. He got 3 or 4 Rolexes on his girl. And the other one just wrapped all the way up to damn near his elbows with all this shit he has to carry around. Then it's all on his neck and all that. Well, you want to be a William McCray J. Wilson, welcome. Go ahead and do your thing, Joe. I would say this. I think I like William McCray's hats better than that shit you put on your head. Those are the cheapest kind of, I mean, you got that those Amish hats from the swap meet, right? You probably passed the table and they had 100 or so these hats from the religious organization, girl, and you went and bought you an Amish hat and you thought you were eating it up. No style at all. And then you had 2 of them here today, and they look so fucking cheap. This is a Goodwill hats, honey. Why don't you go ahead, if you want to wear a hat, go and consult with Rebel Son, honey, about where and how to go and buy a real man's hat. Something dapper, right? We know you got a bald head, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So my phone will not let me go and load this stuff up. Okay, maybe if I start over again. I got to get a better phone because I like to use my phone. I don't know about all these other things. How you? Oh, he's on again. God damn it. He gets the same people on his chat. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's the same 3 and 4 people, and they'll tell him that looks good. Just like they do Donald Trump. Oh, that looks great. That looks great, Donald. They're going into the White House now and going into the goddamn Oval Office and telling Donald Trump that office looks better. It don't look better. It looks like a goddamn Las Vegas, some kind of Las Vegas showroom or something. He got gold shit. Every time you go in there, he got different gold vases, everything is gold, right? And then he had the audacity to take Dr. King's bust out of there. It's not your office, Donald Trump. It's the people's office. And we wanted to see a black man in the White House, correct? So obviously you couldn't take it. And you done took his bust out and put some other gold shit up in there, right? Gold rugs, gold carpet. What is wrong with you, Donald Trump? Aren't you a rich person? Why would a rich person have to have all this bullshit? When they show you your apartment in Trump Tower, girl, you got thrones in your house for your dining room tables. Gold thrones, gold toilets, gold. Why is that even necessary? I don't know. But they tell him it's all fabulous. It's all fabulous. Then he has them go around the table and tell him how fabulous he is and how wonderful and what a great deal this was and a great deal. And then 30 minutes later, every commentator in America is coming on to say that ain't no great deal. That ain't shit. He hasn't done a goddamn thing, right? But you don't think that far ahead, Donald Trump. But we don't want to get sidetracked with you. You another one where there's always content. Is that Bless Walking? Oh, happy Mother's Day, Bless Walkins. I ain't seen you in forever. Well, look nice in a fuzzy high heel slippers. Yes. You know he got a pair, child. Just something simple to wear around the house. I bet you Mark screamed the first time the Jay Wilson came out the bathroom in that kimono, honey. And what do you call that thing? A teddy. Jay Wilson, don't spring that on that boy. Okay. He ain't got no good insurance now. Donald Trump loves to live in a monument to himself. That is just so sick. We are the laughingstock of the world. I can't wait till this gets over. I just don't wonder how much damage can he do in 4 years, though. How much damage could this egomaniac do in 4 years? Right? Where his ego is such that he has to do something every day. Trust us. Tomorrow's Monday. First thing your eyes open up, he gonna come up with some other harebrained story, girl. Some other shit he claiming to do. Some other prison he gonna open. He gonna open Alcatraz. That damn thing is so goddamn rusty, honey. You hardly even walk up the steps. You could knock Alcatraz down, honey, and build 3 more brand new prisons for what it's gonna cost to revamp that thing. Y'all see Bless Walker? Y'all see Happy Mother's Day, Bless Walker? Mm-hmm. She still can't spell my name though. Bless Watkins, where are you getting Tim-O-N-T? Tim-O-N-T. There's no N, Bless Watkins. Mm-hmm. But now I know that's the real you. Jay Wilson would look nice in fuzzy house slippers. Mm-hmm. A lot of these queens, honey, be wearing that kind of shit around the house. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna show you everything. A lot of them like to put it on when they're getting it in too, honey. They like to put a little something on. And some perfume. I like perfume. Jay Wilson, how many pieces of women's jewelry do you have in your house? How many women's wigs do you have in your abode? Just tell us the truth. Right? Do you own a trunk for special occasions, Jay Wilson? Mm-hmm. Reopening Alcatraz is diabolical. A total dream of a madman. He came up with it and just announced it to the whole world. People are suggesting he only saw the movie Escape from Alcatraz the day before. Right? Every time you mention something, he comes up with some harebrained scheme. He thinks it's brilliant and come announcing it to the world. Then he got to backtrack 2 or 3 days later. Not only is Alcatraz such a hard, you have to knock the whole goddamn thing down. It's right across the street from me. Not only would you have to knock the damn thing down because it's so old, but just to bring water to Alcatraz every day, to bring supplies to Alcatraz, the government decided in 1963, this is costing way too much money. It's costing 3 times the money it takes for any other federal prison, right? They've thrown up about 1,000 of them since then, child. And he wants to go back, just like he wants to go back to the 1800s with these damn tariff shit. 1950, make America white again. Everything is back. When he was a baby and he thought they ruled the world. Y'all got to watch that girl, his niece, Mary Trump. She tells about how dysfunctional that family was. She talks about what he came from and where he's gotten some of these crazy, insane ass ideas. But you got to say, you got to give him credit. He did manage to stay out of prison. You got to spend $1 trillion to reopen it. Girl, they would have to knock that down. It makes no sense to keep that up. Just a bunch of old bricks, a nasty ass old toilet from the 1800s, from what, 1960s, 1950s, 1930s. The old toilets from the 1930s, old bars from 1930s, right? You have to rip all that shit out. You might as well just take the whole building down, right? They can throw up a prison in a couple months. Builder. And all to keep people locked up for the rest of their damn life. Y'all been seeing all the things, way these ICE people have been carrying on? Just destroying families. For what? What have those people done to us? It's so horrible. Ooh, sitting around with Vivian. Now, did Vivian lose a lot of weight? Honey, Vivian been coming out with her outfits, honey. I know Jay Wilson, he probably sent them to her. He's or compete with her. Jay Wilson jealous because Miss Vivian been giving them body, honey. I think so. Because she used to come on looking like a man. She might have been a woman on the inside, but she's definitely giving you man tease. So now she's trying to feminine it up a little bit. I don't know if it's because she's working down there at the Valero. She's working somewhere and she's been exposed to men or something. She got or it's because she lost the weight and now she feels cute and all that kind of stuff. But the last time I saw her, she had slimmed down quite a bit and she was wearing much more feminine clothing. I don't know if she's grown her hair back or not, but she's been wearing her hair like mine for the last 5 or 6 years. Correct? But she found a home in Jay Wilson. He always acting like Queen. No, that was the Stump Creature. She called her Queen Vivian Jenkins. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. If I missed you. I'm probably most of you girls have gotten children, even if they are grown. They're gonna start doing Jay Wilson like they did Andrew Caldwell. You know, Andrew Caldwell was talking too much about how he delivered. I love women, 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 women. They started sending him dildos. They started sending Andrew Caldwell dildos and sexual toys and things. And Andrew called the police live online. He called the police. The police came to the door live online, honey, and he had to explain what the issue was, what the problem was. And he went and pulled out his box of dildos. Look what they've been doing. Look what they've been doing. Because I say I'm delivered. Because I say they're gonna start sending Jay Wilson underwear and teddies and things. Put that on your wish list, Jay Wilson. Y'all have a good Mother's Day. Y'all the ones that are lucky that are still around your family. All my family's in Indiana, with the exception of one gentleman. But so we don't get to see each other very often. We have to travel to that city. But if your mama lived down the street and so forth, that's a blessing. Your uncles and aunties around the corner, that's a blessing. Stay close to your family. I left so early, I don't hardly know mine, honey. I said, who was that? There be little babies, grown men now. They got babies. Jay Wilson just loved to run his mouth. He must really be hurting for content over there, honey. That's bad. Anytime you have to be on here, like I come on when I want to come on, right? It's not like my rent's not going to get paid if I don't go online today. So he has to go on, even though he ain't got a goddamn thing to talk about, even though he's bringing the same old sorry people over. Excuse me. Some of them not sorry. I don't know. He brings them same old sorry people over there, say the exact same thing while he repeats and repeats and repeats. Oh, how this is the new platform. This is the new platform. I don't got to be like them. I don't got to be messy. Nigga, you the queen of mess, Jay Wilson. You when they calculate, if they did a story on the beef sector, girl, and they started saying who are the messiest queens, the messiest, silliest queens, girl, you'll be at the top of the list, Jay Wilson. Right? So why are you talking about them? What they do? I'm not like them. They're not like us. They're not like us. He has a yellow tax from Goodwill. He ain't got no money left. Honey, Jay Wilson ain't got no money for no damn clothes. He has to shop for Temu. Every dime he gets, he got to put into that damn house, honey. And now he got to figure out a way to pay for this new heating and cooling thing. My belief is that this happened a month after he got money for his birthday. That's when all of a sudden he comes up with this. He needs this damn heating cooling system, right? There's no way that he moved into that house. He said he built it up from the ground up. So the heating system has not gone out in 7 years, unless he's getting some real rock gut stuff, right? No, this is an upgrade he wanted to do because he got that money. And then he come when that dude Vic, when he had a wish list, he just came up with a harebrained scheme, just like Donald Trump does. A harebrained scheme. Oh, I'm gonna put mine on the wish list. I'm gonna get. He said, well, I probably won't get $1,100 to $1,200, but I might get $100. I might get $80 or something like that, right? That's what happened. He'll come on and pretend like these people gave him all this money. Oh, I got it. You already had it, nigga. Right? But that's not the primary cost. The primary cost is having it installed. Right, Jay Wilson? Lord have mercy. Who else up in here? Uh-huh. Having a conference call. You've been having a conference call with William McCray? Lord, you a bold man. I can't deal with him because he talks so slow. They're gonna tell me I started all this. I'm the one that started all these. Girl, I said, Miss Thing, if I don't fall asleep on this goddamn boy. So I just can't watch it. My tolerance for listening to people has gone way, way, way down, honey. You got to capture that interest like Deion Irving, honey. You got to get it quick, baby. Get it quick. If you can't capture the interest real quick, you got all these goddamn long ass introductions, girl. You got dancing, girl. You got all this shit going on before you even say anything. And then when you finally get around to giving some commentary, it's shit. Right? So, I mean, everybody does their own thing. I like to think I'm not a hater. Jay Wilson loved the clearance sale. Mm-hmm. He loved to come and brag about it. Look what I got today. Look, every time he giving them ugly blouses, girl. Then the blouse, the clothes that he buys have got nothing to other do with the other clothes that he buys, right? It's just whatever's on sale. That's his mentality. He learned this early on from the trailer, honey. Mama had to have, she had 9 children, right? So Jay Wilson very rarely got anything new. And when he did get anything new, it had to be the cheapest shit you could get, right? But most of his clothing was handed down to him from someone else, correct? If he's got 5 brothers, they don't just burn their clothes when they outgrow them. No, they outgrow the clothes and they pass it down to the next one. Then they pass it down to the next one, right? And at the very end of it is Jay Wilson, right? Now we don't know if Jay Wilson was going in there trying on his sister's clothing, and we don't know. We don't know. We're just saying that there are homosexual tendencies. Oh, I shouldn't say, it's not nothing to do with homosexuality. It's got to do with femininity. Mm. Did I tell you about what I came out, what my mama says is Mama's Day? I'll tell you about my story about when I came out. When I came out, I left Indianapolis at 19 years old. I had not come out to myself or anybody else. There was some whispering around the family, you know, that people whisper. Correct. So many people might have suspected, but they never say anything out loud. Correct. I left and I drove to, first I trying to go to Los Angeles. I ended up stuck in Las Vegas. Correct. My mama said I co-signed for that car. I had a fancy car at that time. I co-signed for that car, and I don't give a damn what you do, but you're bringing that car back to Indianapolis. I'm on the hook for it. So I had to drive the car back to Indianapolis. And this is when I had to come out to her. Now, I didn't come out and say, Mama, I'm gay. What happened was, I came out, first incident was I was walking to the store and her window, as she washing dishes, looked out over where I walked to the store, the side street there, right? And when I came back home, she says, Timothy, yes, mother, when you start switching your ass? Because I had been living in California, and you know how the single women talk, and they had been discussing what I was doing in California. They assumed that I was all the way in California, right? So she asked me when I start switching my ass, right? I let it fly. I let it fly. The very next day, she came home from work, and she went into her bedroom. Timothy, she knew I was only going to be there for a minute. Timothy, she said, it looked like somebody been in my dresses. Nobody else was here, right? This is the way we had to slowly walk it out, girl. No, mother, I don't wear dresses. Didn't wear them then and don't wear them now, honey. But she didn't have the words. Mm. Mm. Auntie Wilson gonna be shopping at Rainbow. No, where is Rainbow? We have a store here at Rainbow. That's the gay, that's the gay market. What is Rainbow? Is that another online cheap store? He got to go to Sheen. So now we know where he shops at. Mm-hmm. He didn't just start shopping at Temu. No. You revealed it. Then he got a brand new shirt on and you say, oh, this came from someplace else. Someplace that got cost a little more. No, nigga. That came in the same package. But every time you get one of these packages, you cannot resist putting the shit on the same time you get it, right? You're a Temu shopper. And now you're panicking, Jay Wilson, because you're saying that, well, if these warehouses that are here are eventually going to empty, they're going to empty pretty quick if everybody starts buying everything, right? So you rushed over there, girl, trying to kind of shop at Temu and Shein, trying to get as much as you can for $3, $2, $4, whatever. You're just not a very dapper man, but you're under the impression that you are. William McRae wears suits from Temu. Lord, he needs to return them. Y'all see how tight them suits are? His weight goes up and down so much, that William McRae, honey. He be wearing them goddamn suits now. They look like the buttons are going to pop off. So that means he gained weight. And then he'll come back and then he'll be skinny again. Or then he'll go up under the knife again. That boy's obsessed with how he looks. It's not successful. You know, he's a terrible looking man. And when you get a close up of that skin, woo! So he bleaches. His skin is, he bleaches and peels and do those skin peels. It looks like his skin has been so peeled. It's horrible. It's like alligator skin painted with yellow paint. It's horrible. St. James, you glad you're back? St. James been on a world tour, honey. What'd you hit, a couple of countries? Did you watch the Met Gala? No, not my thing. I didn't like those clothes in the Met Gala. I mean, I don't watch any of those shows, so it's not an insult to them. I was kind of glad that they're doing this Dapper Dan kind of thing with emulating these dapper guys in New York. But some of those clothes were just so far over the top. They were like avant-garde clothing. You couldn't wear what Diana Ross had on. You had to have 5 people with you to walk down the damn street. So they had the long trains. Those things were made for runways and so forth. But a lot of the fashions, I couldn't relate at all, honey. I like the ones that act like they're actually mimicking the old Dapper Dan look. It was made for men, but a lot of women had the things on too. I don't know how to describe it with the high collars. You know, I admire people who like to dress up. It's just not my thing, but I looked at a couple of them outfits. I said, this is not for me. Some people half-ass naked. What do they got to do with Dapper Dan? But it's good to see Black people getting some acknowledgement. And Gucci and such, they're working with them, getting the respect. Why don't you buy you one of those kind of outfits, Jay Williamson? Can you get it for $3? You visiting Indiana this weekend? My whole family's there. I just don't have much desire to go back to Indianapolis. I keep saying, Timothy, go back and visit. Go back and visit. I couldn't wait to get out of Indiana. From the time I was 12, honey, to the time I was 19, I couldn't wait. I thought about it every day. Going back to Indiana, because that is where my baby's from. Woo! No, gone is gone for me. And plus, almost everybody that I knew in Indiana, I don't know what happened to my friends there. Probably couldn't find them. And then all of my uncles and most of my aunts are dead. I don't know those people. I left over like 40-something years ago. So their kids are having kids. I don't even know the guys. I don't even know the generation right after me because I left so early. But Indiana's nice. You want to raise a family. It's pretty cheap there, I think. Jay Wilson, cross-dressing. I could just see her with one of them little teddies on, the teddy, it comes just right past the crotch area, usually in silk, satin, maybe pink, or what's that other kind of bluish color they use all the time? Something like that, child. He whoop it over in front of Mark's face. Oh, what that is. It's a fetish. Fetish for many people. Cross dressers, baby. I don't know why else he'd be buying women's jewelry. I am from Gary. You from Gary? Oh. Do you know the Jackson 5 family? Hmm. They had to have other family, right? From Gary? I don't think I've ever heard anything about the other outside of their immediate family. But they must have other people from there. The parents Joe's parents would have to be from there. I don't know. The Jacksons were Gary's gift to the world. Well, I hope you guys' children took you to dinner or something nice for you, acknowledge you from all your pain and suffering, 9 months of carrying them. Mm-hmm. The total cost of your love was no charge. For the 9 months I carried you, no charge. Walter Lee Hampton from Gary. Oh, okay. I'm going to Indianapolis next weekend to bury my great auntie. She made it to 96. Okay, you can't expect more than that. 96. Mm-hmm. I was over on her birthday. Oh, I'm sorry, LaShonda. At least you get a chance to see your family. Mm-hmm. Yep, I lived over there near 36 in Emerson. Was the last house we lived in. We lived in the projects. It was the Ponderosa out there on Tibbs Avenue. We lived a few places there. I lived here longer than I lived anywhere in my life. Not only here in this city, but in this apartment. I've been here in this apartment 15 years. But I believe I lived in Indianapolis the last 6. I did high school in the last house I lived in there. Yeah, 36 in Emerson. We went to, what's it called? I forget. I forget the damn high school I went to. Ain't that a bitch? Stay young, people. Stay young forever. Don't put yourself through this shit. I done forgot what high school. John Marshall. We went to John Marshall High School. '96. Yeah, my grandma made it to 94. She said, baby, I'm ready to go. She said, baby, that's a long time. I said, yes, it is a long time, Grandma. She was ready to, I'm tired, honey. Y'all done put me through it. Mm-hmm. What else is going on, people? Let me check the perimeter and see if anything. It is a Sunday. I don't expect a whole lot. Okay. Bizarro. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot. Several people are beefing, however. So maybe we'll go and catch up on some of that. Thank y'all for coming in on today. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. But if you've raised children, you've done a great thing. You brought life into this world. Later, people.